In this mini clip, we'll be discussing the equation of a line. While we answer this problem together, you'll be solving this similar question on your own using the same technique. We are asked to find the equation of the line parallel to y equals negative 2x plus 4 over 7 that passes through the point negative 3, 5. To begin, let's look at our general equation of a line. It is in the form of y equal to mx plus b. The m determines the slope of the line, and the b is the y-intercept of the line. When we're solving for the equation of a line, we simply want to find the values for m and b and substitute them into this equation. The first piece of information that's given to us in the question is that our line is parallel to this line here. We'll notice that this equation is in the form of y equals mx plus b. The m is negative 2 and the b is 4 over 7. Since this line is parallel to the line that we need to find, we know that the slopes have to be the same. So since the slope of this line is negative 2, the slope of our line is also going to be negative 2. So here I'm going to write, since the lines are parallel, therefore we know that our slope, or our m variable, is going to equal negative 2, the same slope as this equation here. We're now going to substitute our m equals negative 2 into our general equation. So we will have y is equal to negative 2x plus b. I now want you to try doing this step with the question you are given. Here is the answer you should have got. So coming back to our question, we now have this equation here, y equal to negative 2x plus b. We now need to solve for our b variable. Looking at our second piece of information that's given to us in our question, we know that our line passes through the point negative 3, 5. Since this is a point, the negative 3 represents an x value and the 5 represents a y value. So essentially we can substitute this point into our equation here. So our y would be 5, our x would be negative 3, and then we can isolate for our b variable. So I'm just going to write here, we're going to substitute negative 3, 5 into the equation y equals negative 2x plus b. Okay, so our y value is now going to be 5. So we have 5 is equal to, we have negative 2, and instead of x, we're going to write negative 3. And because we don't know what our b value is, that's what we're trying to solve for, I'm just going to write plus b. I want you to try doing this step in the question you are given. Here's the answer you should have got. So now coming back to our question, we now need to solve and isolate for b. So obeying our rules of BEDMAS, we're first going to multiply the negative 2 and negative 3 together. So we will get 5 is equal to negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6 plus b. Isolating for b, we need to bring this 6 to the other side of the equal sign, and it'll turn negative. So we will have 5 minus 6 is equal to b. And then simplifying this even further, 5 minus 6 is negative 1 is equal to b. So our y-intercept, or our b variable here, is negative 1. So we know what our b variable is. We know our m variable from before was negative 2. All we want to do is substitute these two values into our general equation of a line. So our final equation for the line that we're trying to solve for will be y is equal to, instead of m, I'm going to put in the value, which is negative 2, x, and then our b value is negative 1. So negative 2x minus 1. So this here is our final equation for our line. I now want you to solve for the equation of the line in the question you're given. Here's the final equation you should have gotten.